Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katerina and today I bring you the introduction for my no-buy project pen. If you usually watch project penning videos, you've probably heard of this project pen name, let's say it like this. I know Jessica Payne has been doing it for quite a while, and I think that she was pretty much the pioneer on this type of project pen. And I know that Jessica Lee and Dora from Fukushisa also have been doing a no-buy project pen. Although none of them are doing it like another penner, each one has her own rules. The project is pretty much based on the same idea that you need to use up a certain amount of items before you can make new purchases. And yeah, I'm not following any of their rules, but I'm doing my own version of a no-buy project pen. Although at this point, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know that's true, it's become kind of a low-buy project pen. Not that I've messed up my no-buy too much, but I've found quite a few items that I needed to buy, like serums to treat some kind of hyperpigmentation that I've had around my mouth area, and items like that. And I've actually made a purchase that was not planned or authorized under my guidelines. But yeah, I'm still trying to keep myself on track as much as I possibly can. But obviously, it's the end of May, and I've been doing this project since the beginning of the year. So for this introduction, I'm actually going to film it overhead so I can also update you guys on everything that I've used up, that I've been using, and all of that stuff. From now on, my updates for this project will be quite a bit different. I'm just going to act like it's a normal project and update you guys on the items that I've been using. Like, I'll show you my empties and I'll share progress on the items that I've actually been using during that month. But for this time, since we have been working on those products for 5 months, I'm just going to give you an overview of everything that I have to work on, because the way that I set my project is I've made a list with 171 products that I wanted to use up before I was allowed to make purchases. And this list is obviously divided in categories like foundation, soaps, nail polish, and all of that. And for each category, I have products that I'm wanting. I guess I could say I'm planning to use up before I make new purchases. Now, as I mentioned about the serums, I can make justified purchases. And that's not like I want to try a new shade of lipstick. I don't have any foundation that works for my skin tone, and I cannot make any of my foundations work. Then it's a justified purchase, even if I have some products that I still need to use up in that category, if that makes sense. I think it does, but I guess it will be easier to explain as we get into the project itself. Also, if you have any doubts, just ask away in the comments. Yeah, for now, I don't have data of what I've used in each month. So I'm just going to tell you the numbers for each month, and then I'll show you the products that I've actually used up. I've used up 2 items in January, 2 items in February, 2 items in March, 10 items in April, and so far in May I've used up 9 items. The way that my list was set up by myself, I'm not going to add anything into my list during the year. So I have foundations in my list, but if I've added foundations into my stash through declutters or gifts or anything like that, I'm not going to add them to my list. I'm just going to let them relax in my stash for a little while, and I'll revisit my list I'm planning on the beginning of January. What I'm thinking of doing is I know that I probably won't want to stop myself from buying an advent calendar or two. Those actually were pretty fun to buy last year, and if I find another one that I actually want to have and that makes sense for me to buy, I will probably do it, but I want to keep up my no buy until Black Friday. Like, Black Friday is my limit. I'm going to say like the Thursday before Black Friday. I'm sorry, I started stumbling up on my own words. But yeah, I'm going to say Thursday before the Black Friday will be the end of my no buy, and then I'll have to restart it. I'm going to give myself from Black Friday until the 31st of December to make purchases, trying to keep myself still accountable and still make conscious purchases. But I imagine that I will like to take advantage of some sales, especially in advent calendars. I don't see myself like buying a ton of individual items. I actually don't see myself doing that at all. But just so you guys know. Also, something that I forgot to add, in my numbers of what I've used up in each month, I'm still including my declutters. Until this moment, I've decluttered 5 items that were on my list, and I'm going to put a pictures actually of what those items were, and they were shower gel, hand cream, a body moisturizer, and 2 fragrances to sample, 2 fragrances samples. Yeah, I didn't love the smell of any of those. I could use the fragrances, but a work colleague of mine really enjoys those scents, so I just decided to give it to her because they were not my cup of tea, and I didn't like the way that you had to apply those samples. It was those that have the little tube, I guess, and you have to touch the tube on your skin and then do like this and go like that. I don't like that. I prefer a spritz bottle. It's just so much easier for me. So yeah, I'm going to move on to the overhead version of me now. So starting with makeup, I have here all of the primers that I want to use up. I have these 7 sachet samples, and then I have this one, which is here. I marked this a few days ago, but for most products there isn't a big difference, so yeah, let's go with it. I've obviously haven't started working on any of my primers, so yeah, I need to start doing that. Then moving on for foundations, I wanted to use up these 4. This one is currently here, where you can see the marking, and these 3 have already been done. So yeah, a bit of progress there. For concealers, I have these 2, and I'm probably going to put a picture of where my potted products are, but this is what it's looking like. Yeah, I'm working on both of them at the moment, but not too much progress yet. For my setting spray, this one is currently about halfway done, and I still have halfway to go, but I'm hopeful. Then we have my bronzer, which is a Franken bronzer, and once again, not much progress, but I'm hopeful, yeah, still. For blushes, I've used up this one, which was a Franken blush. You guys can see the packaging is also stained. Then I have my Hot Mama, which is actually a Franken of Hot Mama and the Revolution one. I have my Palm Beach, which I'm kind of focusing on. I'm trying to focus on this one, which is like a cream blush. Oops. Yeah, it's open. I have this much left. I've been using the Palm Beach whenever I don't have the time to use a cream one, which is usually a little bit more time consuming. But yeah, my main focus is this one at the moment. For highlighters, I'm currently working on this one. You can see that I have some pen. although I also want to use up the Bonnie Lou, and I want to eventually use up this highlighter as well. Then I have my eyebrow products, and the only one on my list is this one from Andrea. Yeah, and you guys can see it's a pomade, and it's still brand new apart from me swatching it to see the color. Then I have my eyeshadows, and this category will probably not be updated super regularly on this project, just because the only palette that I'm actually working on is my Pendant palette, and I'm going to show it to you guys now because I just filmed my Pendant palette update, but I don't intend on showing it all the time because I'm just going to be repeating myself or giving you away spoilers. So yeah, I want to use up all of the shadows in here. Then I also have my green palette, which has both NYX and Too Faced shadows. I have a couple of pens on the white and then on this mauvish shade. And lastly, I have the H&M palette, and I've used up an eyeshadow from here, or actually I wrote it down as if it was from here, but I used it up when it was still part of my Revolution palette. It was the first eyeshadow that I used up this year, and it was part of my Pendant palette from last year, but yeah, one eyeshadow less. For eyeliners, I have these two. This one is already done, and this one it's going. I'm going to show you guys a little paper with all of the measurements right after I show you the products. Then for lip liners, I have these two, one from NYX, one from Kiko Milano, and they are both quite small actually, if you want to see them compared to a smaller liquid lipstick. Yeah, I'm currently not working on either of them, but I think I'll be working on the next one very soon, right after I go back to work. Sorry. Then for lipsticks, I have these 6, and I'm not going to show you guys the bullets just because you guys have seen how much I struggle to open containers, so I'm just going to show you guys the paper right after I show you the product. I'm currently working on this one, which is actually a Franken. Then for glosses, I have these 3, and I'm currently working on the next one, although I don't have too much progress. I can't mark it at the moment, but yeah, you can see that there is some windowing. This one is up there, and I'm going to use it during summer probably, since it has SPF. Gosh, and the Buxom one is still pretty full. So just so you guys can see, it is the paper with all of the measurements that I made at the beginning of the month. You probably can't tell which product is which, and that's fine. I'm going to show you guys next month when I do the updates. I'm going to show you like where I am with each product and for all of the products that I'm actually using. So this is just for reference, I would say. Now moving on to my skincare and hair care, I want to use up these 2 makeup removers. I've been working on all of my serums, all that are here. These ones are the ones that I haven't started working on yet. These 2 are the ones that I'm currently working on, and these 5 I've already used up. Here for moisturizer, and this one is a little bit harder to show. I have all of these, and the ones that I'm currently working on are these 2, and you can see that they are already in little containers. I've already used up this one, these 3, and these 2, so I'm making some progress. Then we have lip balms, and I'm currently working on this one and this one, and I'm going to show you guys how they are looking like at the end. And I'm not going to open containers on my skin, body, hair care because it's just too much. It's just too much. For shampoos, I'm sorry, I have this towel because my masks were in my shower. So yeah, I'm cleaning them as I put them in my bag actually. For shampoos, I have these 6. I've already used up this one. This one I'm working on. This one I'm working on as well. You can see that there is a little mark at the top there. So yeah. Masks, as I said, these 3 were in my shower, so I'm pretty much working on them, especially on this one. I've already used up this one, which was a L'Oreal Cacho Mágico one, which was for curls pretty much. Then I have my conditioners, which were these 3. Then I have conditions, which are these 3. I'm currently working on this one, as you can see. So yeah, I don't think that will be too much of an issue. And lastly, I have my leave-ins, which are these 4. This is just a sample. This one is the one that I'm working on. This one was decanted, and this one also has some progress. Yeah, it's here. So yeah, all of this just for hair and skincare. Now lastly, for body and hair care, I have the PS Lip Scrub. I also want to use up this shower gel, this hand wash, and imagine a soap here, but it's in my soap holder. It's the one that I'm currently using, and it's wet. It's disgusting, and I'm not going to put that on my bed. So yeah, I have that one, and I've used up this one. For body moisturizers, and I'm sorry, you guys, I've been seeing this box, which is where I keep my empties. So yeah, I have all of these ones. I'm currently using this one, and this one, which is put it into here because I had so little left. Can you guys see? Yeah, I don't have much left at all. So yeah, we'll see some progress here pretty soon as well. SPFs, I have these ones. I'm not currently working on any of them. For fragrances, I had forgotten to take this one into here, but this one is already done, and I still want to use up all of these. Plus, I had 2 samples that I gave away. Then I have my random category, which is just a dry shampoo and my brow serum. Then for hand cream, I'm currently working on this one. This one is still brand new. I have my nail miscellaneous, which I'm currently working on this one, and I hope to be able to work on this one pretty soon. And nail polishes, I have these 3. As you guys can see, these 2 actually are showing signs of usage. This one not quite, because it's still brand new. But yeah, I have these 3 that I want to eventually use up. So yeah, as you guys could see, there are still a ton of products that I have to use up, and there were even more products that I wanted to use up at the beginning of the year, but I'm very confident that I'll be able to keep making a dent on my products and the amount of products that I have to use up. And even though I know I won't be able to finish up everything that I would like to by Black Friday, I'm very confident that I'll be able to eliminate some of the categories until then. I'll just have to wait and see what the Black Friday and New Year brings me, and reassess this list later, probably at the beginning of next year, which is crazy to think about, but we are only 7 months away from 2026. The year is going by so fast for me. But yeah, if you guys want to see more detailed pictures of where I am, where my products are marked, I'm going to share that on Instagram. I started by showing you guys, but I kind of gave up midway because I'm actually sweating from going and grabbing everything, and you guys know that filming overhead is not so easy for me. I don't have a tripod or anything like that, so I think that might be part of the problem. Partially, I'm not that great at filming in general, so probably the biggest part of the problem. So yeah, although this video felt kind of messy for me to film, I hope I didn't let the messiness get through on camera. But yeah, if it was a little bit messy, I'm sorry. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a like if you did, leave me a comment if you feel like it, and subscribe if you haven't already, since my channel is all about project planning and using up your stash. Take care, bye!